Welcome to Shregon's Jungle Tutorial. I have my friends Humboldt Joker and Four Clover here with me today. We're going to be doing some Thomas and Allison. How's it going, guys? Today I will be playing Jax. As you see, I grabbed the Smite spell. It's an absolute essential for jungling. Since Season 5, I think it's been a requirement. It all got rebalanced.
But now I'm not muted.
Bonus point.
So the basic strategy behind a jungler is you're going to be surviving XP-wise on the monsters in the jungle. You will fall behind like this. You won't keep up with the solo lanes. The way that you make up for it is with the gank or the timed PvP, where you step into a lane and try to assist someone and help them get the kill.
Okay.
There's kind of like a timing to it. You want to do it at a certain time. If they're both in the middle and they're both at full health, it's not really a good idea, but if they're extended, like they're past the middle, they're kind of unsafe. They'll have a long way to run back.
Right.
You want to use
your solo laner has ground them down. Like you've got to kind of keep an eye out, right? I mean, you have to sort of watch everywhere.
And it takes forever to get anywhere. You're not going to show up across the map instantly. So you definitely have to develop a rhythm and a timing and take advantage when it's there. Maybe not grab the monster.
Well, until I get Smite, I do have the teleport spell, and that gives me some options, but they can do with what I got.
But to play the jungle, you do have to have the Smite spell because the monsters are stronger than you're going to be able to take out on your own. The Smite spell, not only does it do some damage, but each of the monster camps has a Smite bonus. If you smite the monster, you get a temporary buff. And that piece is absolutely essential to be able to take on the camp. So typically when you're going to use Smite, you want to use it as soon as you appear, as soon as they're in range, as your opening attack. Because you want that timer to count down. Because it takes a while before it will refresh. Also, by smiting immediately, you're going to get the buff and be able to use it in the fight.
So I've been hearing some talk about the Baron.
Indeed, there are two.
That's like the
epic
big snake critter in the middle, right?
Yes, along the river on the north side. There's an epic monster that comes in at 20 minutes. And fighting the Baron is usually a team type job. It keeps getting rebalanced to be a team job. There are a few champs, like at level 14 or so, they can go do it on their own. But not many.
Damn.
Not many. Now, the only thing that's the learning piece here is going to be your where to start and kind of your rhythm. The rest of it will be pretty apparent. You're going to learn the monsters and what buffs they give. I'll point them out as we go. I think two of the monsters have a buff that's optional, and I'll point those out. But the other ones are absolutely essential. You want to hit them.
I do like Fiddlesticks' R attack. That's spinning crow
storm
fair that he does.
If you're on a Skype,
takes so long to recharge.
If you're on, ultimates take a little while. If you're on a voiced team, then you can plan that, like when you're going to do it, as well as do it from safety, such as over a wall. And so the idea is that you get your teammates to start some sort of fight, and then that's when you start your piece. So their team draws in and starts exchanging, and then you drop in. You know,
jump them from over the wall. That's dastardly.
It is dastardly. Yay. That's another good escape tactic with flash, is flashing over a wall. Also, there's a few characters that have a hop, like the one I'm playing, Jax. His primary attack, his Q, advances to a target, and it can be friendly. And it can be a ward. So you can drop your trinket on the other side of a wall and then jump to it. With this character I'm playing, Jax. So certain characters have their own strategy, but Flash is good for the over-the-wall type stuff. And anyone that has some sort of jump or teleport, you can shoot for the wall.
Alright, so let's talk a little more about the timing of a gank while we're finishing our load screen and getting out everything into our first position. So that's the second component of this, besides, you know, what order to hit the monsters. When's a good time, you know, if you're in lane to call out a gank, or if you're in the jungle to go make the gank?
Typically, I do it based on the side of the map that I'm on. I'll be on the north side and then on the south side, you know, kind of either side of the mid. And when I'm on the north side, I'm walking towards the monsters, and I'm keeping an eye on that lane. And if it looks like they're engaging or something like that, I'll run over there and try to get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, all your characters are going to have different starts and stuff like that. You can learn what those are. For Fiddlesticks, I recommend your first power be the Drain Life.
Bring it on.
For Yi, I recommend the Alpha Strike as your first power. As a jungle.
Yep.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Now, I'm using the pings to tell so people know where I'm going. I'll even use that to request assistance. I like starting here.
Okay.
This can be a starting spot. It does depend on your champ. I think for the champs present here, these three champs, I start them on the Gromp. So your monster's going to come in at 140. You're typically going to ask the person in the lane to come help you. And the plan for the assistance is they usually try to stay far away.
Mm-hmm.
They do the first hit if they're friendly and willing to give it to you. Sometimes they just attack a few times. But the best opening is if they hit it for you first, once or twice or whatnot.
And that's called leashing, right?
Right, that's the leash. And then they'll start to run away, and when they stop attacking, you still hit, you draw the aggro. And you want to be far away when the attack happens. Now the Gromp, if you click on him, you see the smite bonus, poison armor that damages an enemy.
Right.
So I have a poison armor now. From here, I will move down to the wolves. I still only have one power. Now, this has a smite bonus too. I don't use the wolf one. It gives you a ward, a little floating vision that hangs out. I skip that one. I still have 20 seconds left on my flash. I go to these birds next.
Surprise! I'm back.
Now, his smite bonus is it gives you magic sight. You'll see enemy wards. That can be useful. It's usually not the opening.
There is a ward that you can pick up that will...
vision wards, indeed, pigs. Now this guy's smite bonus is Heavy Hands. Heavy Hands is every multiple attacks, you'll stun a monster.
Who's next?
So I open with that, so I have a stun on him. Or I have the Heavy Hands. Every 6 attacks will make a stun. This will buy me a little bit of time. Now normally, This is about, like, I'd kill one monster, just a small guy, and run away, and go by. Now, because I've been sharing with you XP and gold, I'm not actually ready to do that. But we're going to attack
And
this
usually,
guy
where
here.
would you be at this point?
Right here. And I would
Right.
kill just this guy, and I would have about
I mean-
650 gold, and
Okay.
I'd be level 3. And this guy's smite
Where I
bonus
suppose
is
is the rest of the team.
health. About the same. I keep pretty close on levels at that point. It's only when you go later. Now we're out of monsters here, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to go to the bottom lane. So I call it out beforehand.
All right.
I'm even
And
going
for
to target
purposes of
someone.
us
Like, that's what I'm going to go
getting a
for.
little-
That guy.
Rise.
For purposes of us getting a little higher level, shall we go
Lane?
maybe different lanes?
No, it's fine. We're going to come in behind this guy and gank. I did the... I pinged him to show that we're going for him. Oh, he made it away.
Now it's my turn.
Oh well. Nope. Don't run for the tower, they'll take you out. Don't do it. No. No.
Oh well. It's not a real game.
Right, indeed, it's
fine.
not. But tactics-wise, yeah, we're not losing.
Right, yeah.
anything,
Don't
but bad
don't
tactics.
ever do that in real life. Partly, I was trying to check the speed of this character. I have not
Ready
used
for
you.
battle.
Wait, but I disconnected. Latency. I don't hear you guys either. Did I lose it?
Surprise.
I did.
I'm back.
Oh no. Hello?
Hello. Technical difficulties.
Yeah. I think that my wireless may not quite be enough to do channel plus game. Yeah,
Well, we'll do what we can while we can.
indeed. And so the basics is moving through the camps and taking the monsters, starting with smite,
It's
and
on.
getting to the ones that will give you something. Now,
Right.
like this guy here, he's not there right now because you can tell on the map there's nothing
Bring
there.
it on.
I'm heading up here.
Yep.
There you see some monsters that are up there, and I pointed out the wolves. They'll give you sight here in the month. This guy will give you poison armor. Now the red and the blue are going to give
Ready
you
for battle.
a mana or a health bonus. So the smite bonus for this guy is instant mana, and after he's killed, then you will receive a mana bonus. You'll have the blue buff, and the blue buff is going to give you increased mana regeneration. See how I have the blue around me now? Crest of Insight. Now the guy on the bottom that appears here, red, he will have it too. He'll give you a red buff. Now this is called counter jungling. Stepping into the opponent's jungle. You definitely have to be aware of where everyone is.
Yeah.
You want to make sure no one's missing. And
Bring
when you
it
step in and
on.
grab something, you just want to grab like one thing and then get out again. Now I'm going to go for this guy with the health. But I'm not going to clear the whole camp. Just the big guy, and then I'm going to leave. Why? Because the camp doesn't refresh until all the monsters are killed. So leave him alive and just run. Now that large red guy will not return until the small ones are cleared.
Rise. I'm back.
Hard. Now that I'm up top, I'm going to step into lane for a moment, and it would be like a game. Like if there was someone there.
Ready for battle.
You know, with Fiddlesticks, I've had a hard time getting the final hit. on minions.
He has such a slow attack.
Yeah. I just try and be more cognizant of hitting the low. I don't know, not so low that they're gonna die before I get a chance to hit them, but low enough to where I probably
Right, and what level you are, because it changes over time.
Yeah.
Fiddlesticks does have good sustain with his drain life. So, like, you want to pick the big and meaty guy, the tank, or the melee to drain on so you get your most life.
But man, if you do that to one of the bots, like do fear or drain, that just immediately antagonizes them.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so I stepped in, we took tower.
That's true in real life too.
And then I'm going to step back and go by. This is kind of the timing.
Okay.
So basically, it's poison armor, mana, magic sight. They give you a ward. That allows you to see wards. It gives you the attack and health buff, and that gives you the stun. So those are the monsters, and you're essentially using the monsters in the jungle to supplement your, to get your XP, and occasionally stepping into the lane to grab a little bit
Ready
extra.
for battle.
Now it's hard to point at the timing here for a gank because we don't have anyone else fighting.
Right. There's no timing. Well, maybe we, jump into a game or something.
Right, and the last thing I was going to point out here is we do have these two middle monsters. The dragon is here, and when it's killed, it has like a 3-minute timer, 5-minute timer. I don't quite remember. There's a little symbol on the north side of his little alcove that shows you what he is.
Bring it on.
And the dragons have different element types, and their different element types determine what they are and what they give. I think it's a cloud drake that's down there right now.
Bring it on.
I don't recall exactly what that means.
Hold on for just a second. I'm incoming. Oh well. It's just bots.
Right.
Stuff you would never do in a real game.
Yeah, it was a suicide run. Yeah.
Oh, it was just you didn't want to be bothered to teleport back to go shopping.
No, I just wanted to hit stuff.
I gave you vengeance. Alright, so now I'm heading here. Now before the 20-minute mark, there's something called the Rift Herald. It's a little smaller.
Let me at
It's
'em.
definitely a solo, not a solo job. If you want to come give me a hand, Joker, I'll show you. I think between the two of us, I'm gonna start the attack. So I will start attacking him, and he'll turn to face me. His facing matters here because when his eye is open, he takes double damage from behind.
Okay.
So just go and attack him, and I'll hold attention. And now do. Keep going! Don't stop! Oh no!
Alright. I lost track of where you were. I thought you already got you.
Alright,
Turn
now
around,
grab
my
that
pen.
thing right there. Someone touch it. Now minions will be empowered around you. Go to that lane there
Okay.
above you, and you'll see that they'll get above. They will get
Alright.
a buff from your.
Start to get badass.
Right.
Surprise! I'm back.
How long do these last? These buffs?
Glimpse of the Void. When no allied champions are nearby, it takes 5% reduced damage from enemy champs and passively generates corruption. At 100 corruption discharge, deal bonus damage. So it's when you're alone
It's on.
that you build corruption and spam out.
So at 13 minutes into game, how high level should we be as we're getting into 15?
Well, I think at this timing we're a little bit below level because
Right,
we were
'cause we're
sharing
doing
in
it
the
kinda
beginning, so we're together. As a jungler, you're probably going to be either the same level as the top, or maybe one level behind.
Benchmark anyway.
Now, the 20-minute timer is when the Baron will come in, and when the Baron comes in, that's usually like a team fight type. It takes everyone to take
Right.
one.
Right, that's gotta
Yeah.
be it.
Killing spree.
In fact, I don't think the three of us could do it unless we were like 18 that had the full item build.
Right, right. And one of these days, yeah, and 3 assassins or three jungle types, probably not.
Right.
So one of these days we'll go do a Baron, or at least, a feature of us doing that.
But I think that kind of gives an example of jungling, and the only other pieces that you can pick up is learning timing for taking out other champs.
Right. That hurts so much.
An ally has
So
been
much
slain.
hurt.
Killed by
Drag-
nothing!
Right, he dragged me into the turret. It's a clever move for Blitzcrank.
Oh yeah, that's his thing. He has
Yeah.
a rocket grab.
Son bitch.
It's his right
Son
hand,
bitch.
so it actually comes out from the right side.
Noted.
Ace.
I'm actually really, really evil with Blitz. He has an uppercut, he has that's a stun and a grab, and then he has another power that's like a boost run. And so I usually open with a boost run and hit him, and they're like, it's the tank support, he's fighting me, I don't give a shit. And then I hit him a couple more times, and then when they start to run away, then I uppercut and stun him. And then I get like 2 more hits on him, and then my ADC starts hitting him. And they flash away, and I rocket grab him back. And by then, my uppercut has gone through his timer, and then I uppercut him again. And then they're dead.
Let me at him.
But it is skill shots.
So what else do we want to cover on jungling? Anything as the timer clicks forward that we want to do, or do we want to pop over to the
I think that the rest of the thing to learn is just the timing versus people. And that's
Right, and
pretty
that
much all of it.
in a custom game, we're not going to be able to make
I'm not
that.
going to be able to do that. So we can just go ahead and abandon the game. Because we are done. Alright.
Oh,
So, I will go ahead.
I've never exited game before. But still.
Slash surrender.
Too early for
too
surrender.
early. Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah, leave
Oh, well.
game. It gives you a warning, but because it's a pre-made and not IP earning, there's no penalty.
Right.
Oh no, we gotta finish it.
Were you able to quit?
I was able to disconnect,
type?
but it wants me to reconnect. If you hit escape, you'll bring up the menu and there's a leave game, but it's a game in progress.
Exit game.
So,
Oh,
we gotta
so
surrender or
until-
win.
okay. All right. Well, so be it. Right. And for future reference, when is the surrender timer?
For Summoner's Rift, the timer is 20 minutes.
All right. Yeah, we're almost there. Maybe this would be a good time to take a quick bio because we're probably editing all this shit out anyway. We'll fix it in post. We won't.
Right, I did do my, and there's the end of our jungling piece. The only thing left to learn is versus people.
Yep.
But there's the monsters.
Alright, good transition.
Right? The Gromp gives you poison armor. The blue elemental gives you the mana buff. The smite bonus is instant mana. The wolf has a smite bonus of putting a ward in that jungle there for you. The bird gives you vision, so you can see stealth, including stealth wards. The red elemental, killing it gives you the fire buff. When you hit things, you set them on fire. But it also the smite bonus gives you health.
So for our next team setup, should we? How would it be best to present a good jungler going back and forth, like one of us top, one of us bottom, and then you go jungle?
That might work. Although bottom definitely requires teamwork, so maybe one of you top and one of you mid, and I'll jungle. And I can probably try to cover the two of you, and the bottom lane will just cry.
Well, we can jump in with like real players too.
Yeah.
We'll be polite and not dicks to them.
Well, it's going to be an interesting mix because there's, below level 10s and level 30 in the queue.
Yeah. Well, that's your fault. That's what you get for grinding all those hours. It's a weird queue.
I know, sometimes. Like, I was playing with Matthew a lot, and he was lower level, and it was... We'd mix, and, like, some of our players would be, like, pro and killing it, and then one of our players would just run across the map and die over and over again, not even fighting things.
Other character I picked up was Nunu, but I'm not very good with it.
I've kind of gotten to the point of where I can probably get a character down in about 20 minutes because the gameplay, like, they have their own gameplay style, and you can definitely go deep with them, like mixing up the masteries and the runes and things like that. But in about 20 minutes of play, you're like, oh, here's his combos. Right, he does CAB, not BAC. Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the knowledge is pretty straightforward. Like, it carries over from one champ to another. Such as, don't extend yourself. If you're losing the fight, you should be out of it. Not fight until your last 2 hits and then run away, because...
You need those dorky minions.
As soon as you get hit, bail.
Either you're ahead, or you're running away.
Right. With Cho'Gath, I can win a trade by level 5. Like, I can hurt them bad. And if I have my ultimate up, like, I so love eating their heroes. It just, like, I'm not the only one that hears it. There's definitely an om nom nom at the end.
Yeah, there is. The daylight, it burns. I do like that character. He's hilarious.
Yeah. And with that guy, I can usually win a trade if all my spells are up and I'm juiced, and only take maybe 25% health off it when 2 tanks go for me.